Hello everyone and welcome to a giant cardboard box. Today we're going to be taking a look at something a little bit different. I actually received two of these cardboard boxes from a viewer named Leia, who was a former Toys R Us employee, and her husband were in the process of moving, and during her years of employment there she actually collected a lot of the visuals that they used in the stores. And because they were moving, they needed to pare some of them down, so they sent me, like I said, two of these boxes full of those visuals. So I thought it might be fun to kind of take a look at some old, Toys R Us memorabilia. And just to give you an idea, there was one box that had all these vinyl ones in it, and then this box, which is just full of all different kinds of size, different visuals and posters and stuff like that from Toys R Us. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of this stuff. So this is actually the first thing I saw when I opened the first box, was this really cool Nintendo sign and this really cool R-Zone sign. And you guys might recognize these. These hung up along the top of the video game section in the electronics department of Toys R Us. These R-Zone ones, I think most of the time were covered up by things like this Nintendo one. You can see they're the same size there. And it's really cool to have both of them. This Nintendo one in particular is made out of some sort of like really heavy duty vinyl. So I think I'll be hanging up the Nintendo one. Oh, it's falling down. I think I will hang up the Nintendo one in the garage arcade. And possibly the R-Zone one too. That's really cool. I had mentioned in my last video on Toys R Us when I was touring one of the closing stores that I had asked about buying one of these R-Zone signs, and they told me that I couldn't buy one. So I'm pretty excited to have these now. Now this is one of the vinyl hanging signs that they sent me, and it looks like this one was probably over where they kept like the Funko Pops and stuff, because that looks like a Funko Pop Batman and stuff. And these are very brightly colored, and they're, like I said, they're vinyl. They're pretty heavy duty, and there was a few of these as well. Here's another one that says Collector Vector, and I forget exactly where these were hung up in the store, so if you know, you'll have to let me know down in the comments below. But this is the same size as the other one, and it's pretty cool. It's actually in really good shape too. Very neat. Fan vaults. This is another one. I'm not sure where these were at exactly, but I'm sure this was over near where they had like the Funko Pops and stuff and different collectibles. Pretty cool. And this is the last of the vinyl signs, and probably my favorite out of all of them. This is the Toys R Us backwards R, which was kind of their logo they were using there towards the end. It was on like the shopping carts and stuff. And this is really, really cool. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to hang this up. This is going to go in the garage arcade. I may try and find somewhere for this in my office, even though it is kind of big. It's really cool to have this. Really cool. Now these were displayed on the sides of the shelves that you would see throughout the store. And you can see there's one set for the fan vault. And then there's another set here for Num Noms Series 2, which this is something that my kid collect, so she was pretty jazzed about these. Not something I'm that much into, but what's really cool about these is if you flip them over, you actually get it on the table, they have Geoffrey on the other side. So even if you're not into Num Noms, you can still, display these the other way and just have Geoffrey the giraffe, and it's always cool to have something with Geoffrey the giraffe on it. There was also a pretty decent sized stack of visuals that were this size, and I believe these went like across the top of the aisles. And this one's pretty cool. It says Retro Classic Games on it. And speaking of Retro Classic Games, I will be at the Game On Expo this weekend, August 10th through the 12th. So if you're going to be in the Phoenix area, come on down to the Game On Expo and say hi. I'll actually be doing a panel where I will be discussing dead malls and urban exploration, and how exploring that kind of stuff is kind of like playing a real life video game. So like I said, if you're in the Phoenix area, August 10th through the 12th, come say hi to me at the Game On Expo. Let's go ahead and go through this stack here. Got another one here. Now that's cool. That's Nintendo and Mario. That's awesome. These would be great. I wonder if these will fit along like the top of the wall in my office. These are fantastic. These are pretty good, pretty thick quality too, pretty heavy duty. Now here's one that looks like it was cut, because it only has half of Pikachu's face on it. But even just having that smaller Nintendo logo, if you like, if I just maybe cut that, I don't know, I'll have to think about that, but that's pretty neat. Another, Tech Toys Retro Classic Games. I wonder if they like rebranded where they kept the the retro classic games. That's an interesting one. Oh, and there we go. There's Luigi. I don't know if you all, rest in peace, Luigi. I don't know if you saw the Nintendo Direct on Super Smash Brothers is coming out for the Switch, but they killed Luigi in it, it looks like. So I'll always have this Toys R Us visual here as a memorial. And this one that just says electronics. It's probably like was over where they had like the headphones and stuff like that. Oh, and here's another fan vault one. Oh, there's a Superman and a Batman on there. Cool. Oh no, that's neat. That's an amiibo one. That might look really cool. I have like a few shelves with some amiibo on there. I'm not trying to get them all or anything, but I just have some of my favorites, and that might look kind of cool above that display. That's neat. Oh, that one's upside down. Oh, it's also the last one. Let's flip it the other way. And that one says Collector Vector on it. Cool. These are really neat to have. I wanted stuff like this, but they weren't selling them at the store closing sale, so I'm super excited that somebody sent these out to me. And here's the last few of the visuals that were in there, and these are smaller ones. There's another fan vault one up there, and then here's one that's Marvel, and it's got some Marvel characters on it, but I'm not sure which line of toys that one's for. And then these are really cool. I like these quite a bit, especially this one. So this is a little advertising visual for the Nintendo 2DS being only $79.99, and both of those games, Super Mario Bros. 2 and Mario Kart 7, are both great games, and I actually really like the 2DS. We've got a 3DS and a 2DS laying around, and that wedge shape for somebody with big hands like I have is actually pretty comfortable. And then here's a really cool Pokken Tournament Dx1, and some of these are double-sided and some of them aren't. Like, I think this one might just be, yeah, that one's blank. Well, that one's, the Nintendo ones are blank, but those are still really cool. Those are going to get hung up in my game room / office for sure. And then here's a really neat Lego one. I think this one is double-sided. I think it's just got, yeah, Toys R Us on the other side. And then the fan vault and the Marvel guys there, they just have the same thing on the other side. But like I said, it is really, really cool to have this stuff. Thank you again, Leia, for sending me this stuff. I really, really appreciate it. I did manage to grab a Toys R Us handbasket from one of the clearance sales, and it's a really cool old one too that has like Geoffrey the giraffe on it. But now having these visuals and stuff, it's really neat to have a little piece of Toys R Us history. And also, there was one other thing that was in there that was kind of neat as a bonus. There's this visuals guide. And it looks like this is what they used to actually, set up the visuals and stuff they were sent from corporate. Week 36. It's kind of interesting to see, some of this stuff. Check-in process. I wonder if I should scan this, if this is worth archiving. Probably not. Who knows? There's the different visuals I'm guessing they were sent. Oh, that's cool. I'm just like super honored that a viewer would send me something like this. This is really cool to have. I know this might seem silly to some, but I mean, this is the last little bit of Toys R Us really that there is left. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little visual tour of some visuals that a viewer sent me. I'm definitely honored to have these, and I'm looking forward to finding different places in my garage arcade and in my game room to hang some of this stuff up, because it is definitely really cool. And also, like I mentioned earlier, I'll be at the Game On Expo this weekend, so come say hi, and I'm sure I will be doing some live streams and stuff from there this weekend, so make sure and hit the bell icon I feel like such a goober saying that. The thing is so stupid. But make sure you have hit that bell icon so you can get my notifications for live streams and stuff like that this weekend from the Game On Expo. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching. Want to see your name here? Head on over to patreon.com/retailarchaeology to find out how you can help support the channel. Hey, thanks for checking out my video on some really cool Toys R Us visuals that were sent to me. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and also follow at the social media links there, because that's the best way to keep up with what's going on with the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.